Well, hello everyone and welcome to this Wix Gallery tutorial, where we'll be showing you how to add custom photos on your Wix website. We'll be taking you through the process of creating the website first, which will be the foundation in order for us to have our gallery. So right away, let's log in. If you don't have an account, you can click and get started. And you will see this page. You could use your email, confirm it, choose a password and confirm the password, or of course you could continue with your Google, in which case you'll be selecting your Google account, or you could go with Facebook. In our case, we'll simply use the login option. We're going to put our email and then click on continue with email. After putting our email and password, we're going to click on login. And right here we have a display of all the other websites we've created. But for the sake of this tutorial, we'll be creating a new site in order to add one to it. So click on create a new site right here. You can either choose to use the Wix AI Builder or you can set it up without chat, basically without the AI. We'll be going ahead with this option and we'll be choosing from the examples right here. For this tutorial, we'll be choosing consultant. Of course, you could search for the type of business you want, but we'll be going ahead with consultant because our end goal is to add gallery to the website. So let's assume we have a consultancy firm where we specialize on interior design. So let's go ahead and start with a consultant. Right now it's preparing our dashboard and we have our business name called Home Designer. Going to click on continue. Going to be choosing our default working hours, Monday to Friday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. We could say this about 5 p.m. Click on continue. Among the options, we're going to click on create new service. And here you can see the name of the service, interior design, service type by appointment, payment type, paid session, and the location will be in the client's place because of course we'll be designing their place. That's the idea. So we're going to click on save and this is added and we're going to click on continue. So here we have the name of one of the staff members, which is going to add one just for the sake of it. And we have Lisa Stone and the email is right here. Of course, you could add other staff members, but we have this, so we click on continue. Now here you get to add what you want to do with your business. You could offer virtual sessions, accept online payments, as we can accept payments online. And then we could manage our services and bookings on the go. Click on continue. And now we get to go to our dashboard. Click on that. Great. And here on the dashboard under setup, we get to click on design your website. Of course, if you want to set up payment methods, which is important, you're going to set this up just before designing your site. So let's assume you've done that already. You're going to go ahead and design your website. So click on design site. Then here you get to choose if you want to customize a template or generate a design with AI. We're going to pick a template. And we have some nice options right here. And the beauty of putting those information, such as the type of business you're in, is it helps Wix to give you a suggestion that matches or probably matches what you want. Here you can see best match. So these first two options are expected to be a match to your business. But of course, if they're not, you mustn't pick these. You could come through the list and have a look at what they have right here. There are different options, so this is really up to you. So after making your pick, you're going to click on one of them, but before clicking on it, you can hover over it. You can see the edit button, or you could view details. When you click on view details, it's going to take you through the website as a preview in a minimized version, and you can see it right here. Of course, if you want to view it in a mobile view, this is also possible, just to see how compatible it will be depending on the device. Now, if you want to see a fuller version of the site, you can click on View Demo Site. We will be doing that after we've made the design of our website. So let's click on Edit the Site right at the top right corner of our screen. I'm going to wait for a few moments for this to load up. And right here, you have the option to enhance your content on your website using AI. So we're going to add some details about our site. Here you have the type of site and the name of the site. We're going to put it right here. And so we have some text and we're going to click on generate site text. And of course you have these icons labeled add elements, section, pages and menu, sites design, add apps, my business, etc. So we're going to click away and here is our site. So right away we're going to be clicking on this, double click. And then we have talking business. Here you can see at the bottom, home design, unleash the magic of space transformation. So we're going to click on this and click on edit text and say interior design. So we have that. Click away to save it. And here you have interior design. And so when we scroll down to see more of our site, you can see services here, and you could provide some general descriptions about what you're doing. And there are 3 options here to put in the different types of services in case you want to categorize anything. So we're going to give this service a name, going to write in here, home design, click away, and that saves. You're going to say office design right here, and say the last one will be event design. Right, so this is just to give you a feel of how your website should be. And we have home design, office design, and event design. You can of course change the pictures right here to represent home, office, and event design. So we're going to take a moment to just change these, and I'm going to click on it. And once we click on it, you can see change image. Click on it. So here we will be dragging and dropping the photos that we will be using for our different icons, be it home, office, or event. We're dropping them here. And they're currently loading up. And as you can see, we have them. And so we're going to choose an image for the home. We have this one, click on choose image. And there you have it. We'll repeat the process for office. Click and change image, choose office. And then we're going to come to event design, click and change image. And finally, we get to choose an event picture. Great. So of course you could take out the time to change the text right here, just to help your visitors to know that you deal on home, office, and event. Now down to the main goal. Now we have the website. We've given it a bit of a facelift. So we're going to choose where we want to put our gallery. Do you want to put it just between the main part of your website and services, or put it right after services? Well, it might be a good idea to show them what you can do, and then as they scroll down, they will see services, right? So this is just a scenario you might be interested in. So we're going to come over to where we have the border line, and when we hover over it, you can see the add section option. So we're going to click on it, and it creates a section for us. So it's part of the website from top to the bottom, and we have something to work with in the center. Then here, we're going to choose add elements. Click on it. And because we want to add gallery, we're going to come to gallery, and here you have some options. We have nice design options, so we're going to choose as we go through. You have pro galleries, and you can see how they look like. You have a thumbnail style, and you have the preview, and you could use the arrows to go to the next one or to the previous one. Then you have Mansory, you have this. You also have stacked, collage, showcase, slider, accordion. So these are different options, right? If you want to use the grid, you can go ahead to use it. So it's really a decision of what you really want. We're going to choose grid portrait, click on it, and this is your grid portrait. So now you have some presets of images right here. So we're going to change them, of course. We're going to click change images, and we have a list of images right here. These are not interior design images, so we're going to go ahead and delete them one at a time. So it's almost done, and we have a blank slate. We're going to click and add images right here or over here. Click on it, and here we're going to add some more photos. Now, before we add a photo, we need to keep things organized, right? Because right now we have what we use as thumbnails, and now we're about to add more photos. So we could click on create a new folder and say thumbnails, or say thumbnail services, right? And so we're going to select these, drag and drop them right here. Great. So now we're going to create another folder and say gallery. Click on enter, open it just as you would a file folder. And here we're going to drag and drop photos, which we'll be using for our gallery. So we have these 13 photos. They're currently loading up. And after a few moments, when you have them, we'll proceed. And now you can see 13 uploads completed. And we can select everything. Now we've selected everything, we could click add to gallery. And now we have our photos in our gallery section of our website, 13 of them. And for each photo, you can decide to give a description. You have a title and a description and a link. So if you have this designed for a client, say number 11, you could come over here, give it a title, a description, and perhaps a link to their website if it's an office. So that's just an idea for you to have. We're going to click on done, and now we have all the photos changed. So this is our gallery. But of course, you might have noticed that on the sides, there is really nothing. So you can click on it and then come over to layout, click on it. And then you could increase or reduce the border of these images, right? So now we have about 3 columns and 3 rows. You can make the spacing really little or as you want. right? So here we have 3 columns and 3 rows. And of course, if you want to do more, you could click on it and then select design. And here you can see the different designs, which is what we were having before when we were trying to add elements. You could click on this and it's basically changed the design to something else. You could also shrink the services section as we're doing this. And there you have it. Now, when you click away, you have the change background option. Let's click on it, select a color. Let's say we're going for the gradient. So we're going to click on the picture here and make a little design for our gradient. Great. So this is just to show you that you can actually make more designs to your gallery. And we're going to close this. And so we have this. This might not be the best color, but now we have our gallery. And when it's clicked on, you could either change the images, the layout, or the design. If you click on design once again and you want something other than this, you can click on this. And there you'll see why it's important to have titles, descriptions, and other information that might be necessary to our pictures, right? So because we didn't feel that, we can change this, click on design once again, and we'll choose something that doesn't need any information. So let's scroll up and choose the first option. Great, so our gallery is a slider gallery, nonetheless still a gallery, and here we have something really nice. Let's go over to the preview, click on it at the top right corner. So this is a preview of our website, and this is our gallery section of the website. So these custom photos have been added, and you can use the next button or the previous button to see your designs, and anyone who visits your site will get to enjoy the view of all the custom photos which you added. Of course, this has different applications. You could use this as a wedding photo website or any other thing you want. We chose the consulting of interior design because that's what we wanted to use for this tutorial. We hope at this point you're able to add custom photos using the steps outlined in this tutorial. We hope you enjoyed that, and we'll see you in the next one.